everybody, and welcome back to another blind commentary of Samurai Jack Season 3, Episode 2, as per usual. There's the outro. So yeah, I've heard quite a lot of good news about this season, and although the first episode was honestly, or I was thought that it would be bad, I personally think it was actually kind of okay. I didn't mind it that much. It was actually kind of hilarious in my opinion in its absurdity. But the rest of the season should be quite a bit even better, which is honestly quite good news. So without further ado, I suppose we could just start. It's certainly slowly building up, but it plays the strength of the show, which is certainly its quiet moments. That's such an intricate once again the backgrounds are really quite good. I actually kind of like this music. It's certainly a rather off-putting and really out of place music, and it certainly is rather fitting for robotic type of deal. You know, electronic music certainly fits with the robot themes quite well, robotic or futuristic theme quite well. So it at the very least fits into that quite well. I just wonder now. Of course, this is a very good build-up. We have had so few lines of dialogue already, and it's already been 5 minutes. Well, few minutes, but. Now I wonder what exactly is the deal with these fiends. They are certainly terrorizing the city. What? Oh, they are not robots. They could be actual citizens who have been turned evil. Now this is interesting. Now this is getting quite a bit more intricate. Yeah, they are just children. Well, this makes things quite a bit more complicated. Even though Jack has killed mercilessly quite a lot of robots in the past, he hasn't killed any. Well, he maybe has caused some casualties, but he hasn't strictly killed any humanoids. So this will make things quite a bit more interesting. Oh, mind-melting music. That's interesting. Interesting way for Aku to mind control people by just using music. And apparently it only targets children, which is quite nefarious, I must say. Interesting. Also. How exactly is he gonna do this? Probably with some kind of music player, by destroying some kind of music player or something. But his opponents are going to be children and, well, just normal human, so it's not like he can kill them. Okay. Well, Jack certainly has undergone quite a lot of transformations in the past 2 episodes now, hasn't he? That's quite the get-up you've got, mate. Yeah, that doesn't look ridiculous at all. Well, he's at the very least blending into the crowd. Well, it certainly is a big rave. Oh, that certainly is blending in quite well. That's actually interesting. I mean, there are a lot of dance styles that are based on just combat or martial arts and vice versa. So that certainly makes sense that he would blend in with that. Kind of. Even though it's really obviously based on martial arts, or just martial arts. It's, at the very least, it looks kind of fitting. I mean, if you like electronic music, this certainly isn't that bad. But destroying all of that music is going to be... all of that equipment is going to be kind of hard. It's a DJ Aku! DJ of Aku. Acoustic sound, that's such a good pun though. Yeah, this is actually pretty good nightmare fuel now, isn't this? Having music that mind controls people, and that actually completely pretty well plays on one of conspiracy theory that you know, there's conspiracy theory that's pretty similar to this. Of course based on USA, but still. Well, he certainly is speeding up a lot of people. I mean, yeah, that's actually a pretty good sign. Jack jumped unnaturally high. That's good reminiscence. I would like to see some continuity between the episodes. So that's a pretty good reminder that, yeah, Jack can jump. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's actually a pretty good fight sequence. That could be lethal. Nah, that color choice there, though. That's pretty fantastic use of colors there. If they are falling down from there, that honestly could really easily be lethal, so... Don't know how they're gonna explain that away, but they don't need to explain it. Still, that could easily be lethal to those kids. I was hoping for some high-tech energy gadget, because lasers are kind of the ongoing theme with the show, that there are a lot of enemies that use laser attacks. So now we finally got another, and this another MOOC of Aku's is actually a bit of an interesting twist as a DJ. That's certainly a bit unique, to say the least. What? Excuse me. I know there's not much I can say here, because it's just a freaking cool fight sequence. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can say on a fight sequence like this. I just have to sit here silently and appreciate it, because it's well choreographed and it's well animated and the color usage is freaking amazing. It's just a very good fight choreography. There's nothing much I can say about it, though. It's unfortunate. Makes my job quite a bit harder, though. I need to do this kind of breakdown here. But it is a really good fight sequence. Like I said, well animated, well choreographed, and well colored. It's just pretty freaking good job all around. That's a lovely little detail. I love that the children are just carrying him to the stage like that, kind of lifting him up like that, and moving him forward. That's a really cool little detail there. Okay. Oh! Now this is... Now that could be a reference to a number of things, but that certainly looks pretty freaking cool. I love syncing to the beat like that. DJ Machine of Death. It is most certainly an intense fight. Like it is certainly interesting to look at this fight because it is really done quite well. It's unfair at moments and it is kind of intense at moments as well. So at the very least in this moment it's rather intense. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, okay. It's a family reunion.
Thank you, strangers. Thank you.
Okay, that's a pretty good ending. Yeah, that is certainly a pretty good episode. Like a really good episode. I really do like that because it had a really good just kicking into the things that make the show great. Really quite well. Honestly, it just takes the same elements as the previous episode, which are the strong elements of the episode or the show, and uses them in a much more serious manner. Basically, good fight choreography, amazing action, amazing visuals, really good background, really good animation, and just makes it all look quite crisp and beautiful. And while I do feel like there's an unfair bias towards or against electronic music underlying here, while I certainly actually do enjoy my fair share of EDM, although rarely to be honest, I still do enjoy it at moments. But still, that's not the point of this. It could be misconstrued into such a propaganda episode, but I honestly don't think that there's any malice behind it. Instead, it's just a really good fight episode. It's just focused on action most of the episode, and it does a good job of having a really simple setup that's easy to understand and quick to grasp, and just jumps into the action really quickly and smoothly after having built it up properly. And that's really what the show is really good at, and I'm really happy that they do that. Unfortunately for me, that makes my job quite a bit harder, because action is really hard to commentate over, because I can just say, ooh, wow, there's nothing much that I can say other than just commentate on the choreography and say that it's good or bad, or maybe there's an overabundance of backgrounds that are static images that are not moving, but there's also a lot of backgrounds that are moving, so it's not an overt abundance of those. It's just that there are a few moments where there might be a few too many of those. But they are few and far between, so that's just about my only complaint. Besides that, I really liked the episode, really quite liked it. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Kanmu out. Thank you very much for watching.